Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Curtis is laughing at, I'm assuming, the improv dance going on behind the scenes here, um, or something else. I don't know. Maybe Darla just said
No,
something
that was
really
it.
funny, but it's
No,
it's
that was it. I
episode
was just laughing at
100,
Emil.
189 of Shooting the Shelf. Almost all of those episodes, more than not of those episodes, have been done with my co-host over here, Curtis. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I am doing most excellent. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad to see you so happy and laughing. And it looks like you got to go out to a show this weekend or some sort of event.
I did. I got to go to Trans World, which is the haunt convention that Alan goes to here in St. Louis each year. Got to bring my daughter this year, which is great. She is really interested in she does a lot of theater stuff at school in college right now, and she's interested in makeup and costumes, and she got to learn a lot from folks that actually do that for a living. So she was pretty excited, took a lot of notes, and it was just good to see Alan in his environment because I've said it before, but it's walking around that place with Alan is like walking around San Diego Comic-Con with Robert Downey Jr. It's like you can't walk 5 feet without somebody stopping him and either wanting a handshake or a hug or an autograph or something. So it's just wild to see that little subculture. And plus him and his wife Shannon are just amazing people. So yeah.
Very cool. Well, very cool. Well, hey, we got some folks in the chat. Do you wanna shout them out?
Actually, I'm kind of taking care of something real quick. So if you could shout out the chat,
I'll do that.
Awesome.
All right. StreamYard is here. Jay, Low Fidelity, new member here. Welcome,
Nice
buddy. Thank you for joining. Crom, Mark 316. What's up? Hello, everybody. Let's see. We got V-Dog in the house. Where is my sound effects? There we go. Blake, aka Recon Rage. That's all, folks. Freaks Figures. Dave Orkin. I'll say his name. I am TJ Williams. None of it is silent. Geisegway.
There's a lot of
Echevarria. Dub3. What's up, buddy? Stacy Lin is out there.
She has arms.
Twizzler. She does. Twizzler 19. Ice.
Ty.
This is your Ty. Hello, Ty. Kirby. What's up, Kirby?
I actually, I've said numerous times that although growing up, my kids, they were obsessed with YouTubers. As soon as I became a YouTuber, it wasn't cool anymore. But I got a message from my kids a little while ago that a few of them were sitting around and watching my latest travel toy video, and they said they quite enjoyed it. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Maybe I can be cool. I don't know. We'll see.
I think you can be cool. Legions ladies. I don't know which of the Legions ladies live that is. But Tanya, but Tanya is also here.
She's double dutying.
Darla Ackerman.
I know her. She's right over there.
Jen, Lucky Sprinkles. The one and only PB of Peanut Butter and Jelly, Patrick Boyle. Good evening. Jeremy Govier. James Studio Samudio. I don't know if I said it. I think I said it. Dylan, Legends Collector is here. Cincy John. Stay tuned, Cincy John. I have a feeling you'll be happy tonight. Kevin McCoy. Psycho Ed. Que esta pasando mi gente. That was smooth like chunky peanut butter.
Muted. Kevin McCoy update coming a little later tonight. Just FYI.
Okay. Mark Rivera, what's up, Mark? And if your family's out there, hello to them as well. Emil Wickman, all the way from France.
It's got to be like stupid o'clock in the morning there.
France, Spain. These two are so beautiful. Less than 3.
Must be watching a different show.
Carver Custom. So we got 3 Lins out here. Dockin, you've got some killer stuff going up on the Cabal and posts lately. And Kirby, I think I said, Freaks Figures. Jesse's glitching a lot tonight. Catch the wave, Coke. Action.
I was catching a little bit
figures.
of New to Mythics earlier. I didn't catch it live this morning, but yeah, Schmerby called you out a little bit.
Me?
Yeah, he said sometimes he'll watch Shooting the Shelf and he'll say you just kind of glitch and all of a sudden you just kind of like that, like freeze up. And it's like you can tell that you're thinking of something, but you lost the thought and then you're trying to grab it again. And yeah, so you got a little Schmerby call out.
Well, I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to that. Thank you.
It is a fact that you do that. I think it's adorable.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I'm well aware I do that. I don't know how to correct it. They don't make a pill for that.
You need to.
Do
It's,
they?
Yeah. If I was adorable, I wouldn't try to correct it. So, speaking of adorable, if you guys want to see what I was laughing at when we first started, here it is.
Well, folks, put your digital hands together for the one, the only Emil Wickman.
Hi, Emil.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the calls.
Yeah, you must be a little punchy right now. What is it, like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, something like that?
No, it's 2.
Oh, well, only 2. That's chump change. So,
Oh, Brian,
it's good to have you on, Emil.
good to be here. I've been missing you guys.
Same.
Well, I've been seeing you guys. I mean,
Same.
you haven't.
I'll reach out to Emil and I'll be like, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" And he'll be like, "I can't talk about it," and he just shuts me down. So
That's not true. Everyone, don't believe this man.
No one does. No one believes Curtis.
No one
Most-
but
Don't
we're
to
gonna
worry.
get some news tonight because here's how things went down, folks.
Okay, yeah.
Len LaGuardia reached out to me and he said, "Hey, last week of the campaign, you really should have," and he gave me 2 names that have people that have been working on stuff for the RPG. One guy could not make it. He had stuff going on with his family this weekend. And he also said, Emil. He said, Emil's been doing a lot of work for the RPG. You should have him on. I said, okay, well, let me ask him. I know it's late at night. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. So I asked him. Emil says he's in. But then Emil says, but I don't know what I can talk about. And so I reached back out to Len and I said, can you talk to Emil and let him know what he's able to talk about? And Len said, and I quote, it's the last week of the campaign. He can talk about whatever the fuck he wants. So there you go, folks. The door is open. There are no restrictions. Throw out your questions. We'll star them. We'll ask Emil because there are no limits tonight. He can talk about whatever he wants, according to Len. So
the kid gloves are gone. The phone is off the hook. The party's off the chain.
Yep.
The dogs have been let out.
Let's go. Yeah.
I love. Is it interesting that with Wolf King Customs moving on to Dirk, that you're still reporting to Len? Is that an interesting dynamic for you?
Yeah, it's interesting. It is. Yeah. I'm stuck.
He's just gonna bring you wherever he goes.
Yeah. I'm joining him and his family on his vacation this summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't bring my family. He just wants me
Man.
to sit on a bench close by.
I've been trying to get that gig for the past 3 years. Dang it.
It's like when you get a summer job, like at the newspaper stand or something. Your mom makes you bring your little brother with you. You know.
That's so sad. Thank
Lynn
you.
walked into Four Horsemen and he's like, Listen, guys, I don't know if we've got anything, but I kind of need to find something for Emil. My mom's making me.
Like, hello. It's nice
good.
to be here.
Well, at the start of the show, we do a little thing called shelf selections, where Jesse and I find some inspiration throughout the week from Instagram, and we pull it up and look at it and try to highlight some folks in the community. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So let me pull that up. Starting off, and we had saw him in the chat earlier. I know Dokken is here. And so at MesquiCon, Dokken had a just crap ton of really awesome stuff that I had not seen. And I'm like, why have I not seen this stuff? Like, what have you been doing? And he's like, well, I don't really post much on Instagram anymore. You know, just wasn't getting much traction and everything. And I'm like, dude, you got to post this stuff. And so I want to make a call out to everybody that's watching live, anybody that's watching on replay. Sometimes, I don't know why, but some people, they like put this Instagram, they put a name out that doesn't match their real name. And it's kind of hard to tell who's who. Even when I accidentally posted these pictures in the wrong chat this week, instead of sending it to Jesse, and somebody's like, it was Alexander Shaw said, oh man, Dokken's been killing it lately. And Big Greg in our chat said, which one's Dokken's? They don't know. They don't know whose it is. So this is Dokken's Instagram. I want you guys to go there right now, not after the show, right now. Tull_artforms. Follow it. This guy is putting fire out. And I told him at MesquiCon, I said, you need to start posting this stuff. So then he proceeded to post about 15 pics a day for the last week. So it might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it is a lot of fire, including these two that I pulled out, which is a Perseus that he did, which I think is phenomenal. Nice, great use of the soft goods on there and the use of that owl. And then he made this Loki that he did, and he posted, I believe it was yesterday, that I think came out awesome. So just like I said, doing some fabulous work. He's always done really awesome stuff.
Yes,
a bunch of Marvel stuff that's been fantastic. But you know, go follow this, throw a like, throw a comment, support the artists in these communities so that they don't get discouraged, because he's doing great stuff and you should know about it. So that's my spiel. I'll pass it off.
Yeah, I'm very happy that you started to put up so much, because like you said, like Curtis said, you've been flooding the cabal, and I love seeing it. Dokken, don't hold your photos back, please. These are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Jesse?
These are amazing. All the posts you've been doing have been great. These two in particular. I know you have a very particular soft spot for the
Clash of the Titans.
Thank you.
Yeah. In
Perseus,
our chat, Alexander said, I like the robed one. I'm like, the robed one? I was so offended. I'm like, you mean Perseus? You dolt. So yeah,
You
I was
cretin.
a little offended.
This is great.
Yeah.
I love, I know it's not, but I wanted to make the joke that Loki has got the lock of Cornboy's hair from the old Cornboy prototype, because it looks like actual hair coming out of the back of his helmet.
I believe it is. So
these are great. So
I don't know what I want to know is where he got that cosmic cube, because that thing is awesome looking. So I love that. He is currently, folks, this is criminal. This is criminal. He is currently at 150 followers. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Way up. I want to see that number super high by the end of the day. I want to see it even higher by the end of the week. So once again, Tull_artforms, go out there and give him a follow right now. So let's see. Kirby says, followed. I sat by him at MesquiCon, and there were so many great things. Was not aware how talented he is. Exactly. People need to know this. So cube was from Etsy. Oh, awesome. Very cool.
The cube.
All right. Next one is one of Jesse's.
So this is Nilla Gorilla _13. I'm sorry. You've got a real squirrel attacking a Street Fighter figure holding a peanut. and there's a series of these photos, like in different movements of the squirrel. And all of them, it looks like the figure is fighting back to save his peanut. It's fantastic.
It's
Okay, so questions. Like this is not like a stuffed squirrel. This is like a real like live squirrel.
Based on the pictures, I'm assuming it's real. I mean, because it's in different. It looks like it's moving, so I think he just put the figure out.
That's
Or
crazy.
she. I don't know who Nilla Gorilla is. I apologize if I do. I've forgotten. And they just put like a peanut in his hand, the figure's hand, and then the squirrel came down and started interacting with it.
I think if that's the case, I would love to see it behind the scenes, like just the raw footage of that. That would be awesome. Because I was watching a thing, you know, I watch these things about movies where it's like 15 weird facts you didn't know about, blah blah blah. And I was watching one on Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and at the beginning of the movie, they're outside of his bedroom, and there's like squirrels on the power lines or whatever. But they were trained squirrels, and they were supposed to be like running up and down the power lines. But I guess when they turned the cameras on, the squirrel just like got like stage fright or something and just like stood there and didn't move. So it's not easy, even with a trained squirrel, to get it to do what you want. So yes, I would love to see what this looked like and like the interaction that was going on with this to get this picture. So
don't you get curious why he goes for the arm? It's like, does he believe it is someone he has to fight?
maybe
Because,
he rubbed like peanut oil on it or something, like on the arm.
I think this is extremely creative.
Yeah.
What
Very
a patience. Cool. I mean, you have to have so much patience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome. All right. Next, this is one of my picks. This is collectors.orbit. And I'm sorry, I've been sitting on this one for a little bit because I had it. We didn't do a show last week because of MosquitoCon, and so it's been a couple weeks, but I just thought this was really well done. You know, all of the Dark Four are a little finicky when it comes to posing and stuff because there's so much shit attached to them and stuff like that. Like it's very, I find it very difficult to get them in a good looking pose. So to get him in kind of this levitating pose with the green light behind it, and this knight who, I mean, if I was that knight, I'd probably be pooping myself right now. I'm being honest. So yeah, I would be totally terrified, but I think this is a great shot. So great job, collectors.orbit. Emil?
Well,
go ahead, Jesse. Jump in there.
I was just going to say real quick, 2 weeks ago, we had the prequel image to this because this was like a story they were telling. We had the knight coming up on Necronominus where he's covered in the spider webs and dust in the throne. And I'm glad you picked this because I forgot to pick it because it was so long ago I saw it. But yeah.
Since he said on that squirrel one, there is a behind the scenes. So
yes,
definitely going to have to check that out. Okay.
But yeah, to go from that, if you go to collectors.orbit's page and you go back, you find the one of Necronominus sitting in the throne. And then this one, it's where it's like he's been activated or decided to move into action is just completely, no pun intended, like day and night contrast between the lighting and the feel of the picture. But it feels like a progression of storytelling that you would see in a movie or something.
Very cool. Emil, now that Jesse's allowing you to talk.
Well, I think this is typical for all of his photos that he builds the stage with it feels like it's built with a lot of care. Every little character that is, you know, obviously you have the skeleton to the right, so I'm saying the obvious, but in all of his photos it feels like nothing is there, you know, randomly put there. Even if it is, it doesn't feel that way. And something that's typical about his photos that I really love is the number of different light source. And this is no exception.
Like the green from the back and then more of like a warm one coming at the front of Necronominus, like hitting his face. Yeah.
And there are so many subtle nuances to the lights that I really love his art, and this is great.
Okay, real quick, I want to go back to this one because I just pulled up that Instagram to look at it, and you have this is the first pick, and then the second pick, like the squirrel literally like knocks this figure over, then it bites it by the arm and like flings it and then jumps away. It is fucking hilarious. So go check it out, people, because it's great. All right, Jesse, this is your next one.
We've been seeing obviously a lot of Rising Suns shots getting put out there lately, and I love seeing this one coming from like we're on the same side as Atlas and Bodvar as they rush in to fight this ice troll. This is, if I didn't say, this is Tora Nerd, another really killer photography page, and just seeing the bear, you know, charging into action with Atlas on his back is just made me happy. And I know Curtis likes snow pictures.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm rooting for the ice troll on this one. I like Atlas, I like Bodvar, but ice troll, I got a special place in my heart for the ice troll. It's one of my favorite figures to just carry around, photograph, take out in the snow,
Take a nap with,
go on adventures, put in a little baby pouch on my chest, go on vacation.
Baby Bjorn.
Yeah. So I'm rooting for the ice troll on this one. But Emil?
I'm not rooting for the ice troll, but I'm gonna say that we've seen so many cool photos from of Atlas lately, and this is one of the best ones, you know. And I love when you get the feeling that it's part of a movie. That is part of what I've always loved with the Legions line, that you can't see the joints and everything, so it makes perfect sense to sell that. What do you say?
Realism.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this and like you're not seeing really any, maybe just a slight like on the elbow of the troll, but that's about it. You're not really seeing the articulation on the bear because of the fur covering it, and then some of the snow and stuff. And then on Atlas, the way that he's posed, you're not seeing really any of the articulation points. So, yeah, this is absolutely could be like a still from a movie or something. So.
And it has so much depth. The perspective of it is one of my favorite things about this shot, for sure.
I like white trees too. Like just I don't know what type of tree that is that has like the white
tree.
Is that what it is? I love those. They're
well, I mean, maybe you have other trees over there, but
very cool.
From a Swedish perspective, it looks like a birch tree.
That works.
I would call it a birch tree from an American perspective as well.
Awesome. Right. Woo! International power. Woo!
So this one, I really love this because Alan was working on this during a customizing studio a couple weeks back. So those that are not aware, Legions Ladies Live does a mod squad on Saturday mornings where we just kind of paint for 2 hours. And then on Sunday, we do a customizing studio where we paint on the Art by Ackerman channel for a couple hours. And it's really cool to see projects that happen on one of those shows start to come to life. And this was one of those where he started off with this head from a character from Thundar the Barbarian, very recognizable character from my youth and just have a lot of nostalgia for. And Alan was trying to find the right body to go with it. And he was testing out a bunch of different things. He was looking at some wrestling figures. He was looking at some like Marvel figures, some Masters figures. And then he ended up finding one that he liked. And the only real change that he had to make was to the feet. He had to do some sculpting on the feet, I believe. But I think this came out fantastic. Like if you know the show that I'm talking about and you know the character that this is representing, you immediately see it as soon as you see this character. And you know, I can't say enough good things about Alan. Not only, you know, like I said, it was great hanging out with him this weekend. He's super talented, super nice. Him and his wife are just the most amazing people. And so to be able to spend time with him on Saturdays, occasionally on Sundays, just creating and seeing what he comes up with has been an absolute treat. So yeah, great job on this. Emil, go to you.
Yeah, I really like it. I don't know the original character, so you know, I'm not with you there, but I take your word for it. And it looks cool.
Very cool. Jesse?
I do know the character. I can't think of his name at the moment, but yeah, I remember.
Ukla or something?
That's right, Ukla. I remember getting to see Thundar the Barbarian was hard because the channel it was on for me was always on Sunday mornings, and the only time I would get it is if I went to my dad's house for that weekend and we didn't go to church, which was rare, but it was always a special thing for me to see this. Because I just thought this whole cartoon just was cool. It was like somewhere between Star Wars and He-Man for me, and yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, that's that guy.
That's the character. Just so
yeah, I wanted to see. I never saw this one. I've never seen it.
It's a great cartoon. I would say, and I don't want people to attack me here, but I would say it's better than He-Man. So, just saying. Well, but yeah, great job. So
I can't say.
Check it out. I don't know how well it holds up, but yeah. All right. Next is one of Jesse's. Ooh, I like this, Jesse.
This is Timothy Paul W. With the New Eternia Evelyn, and I believe some of our Mythic Legion skeletons with some really cool effects going on in there. I guess he goes by Sweaty Gladiator Productions.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought this was really cool. Seeing Evelyn doing some stuff other than just being mischievous on the side. You know, she's manipulating some bones here, and I really like the different lighting. Like Emil said on the other one, you've got that cool, cold, whitish blue coming in from behind, and then that warmer light that's hitting from the sides, and all the lights in the eyes and her staff and everything. So I just think this is a really cool picture.
Well, just FYI, we had 1/6 Shooter and Kevin saying that they agree that Thundar is better than He-Man. So just FYI. Emil, thoughts on this one?
I had no idea that that figure was so good. You know, I've not seen photos that, you know, that show her off this well. But I mean, I really like it, and I like the power from Evelyn doing dark magic always. No, and I like the depth and the lighting as well. Awesome shot.
I think one of the, you know, we've said this often on the show, is that like one of the best compliments you can give a photographer, a toy photographer, is, did it make you more interested in a toy or make you want to buy a toy that you previously were not interested in?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
I think what this does.
It
Like
does.
I had no interest in this Evelyn, but I see this and I'm like, ooh, maybe I need to get this.
It is, in my opinion, the best Evelyn figure I have ever seen in person.
Wow. I do love the shot, the posing. Darla and I just got done watching Game of Thrones. She had never seen it before. And this kind of reminds me when, like, you know, the dead are being raised up. Like, you just get to that one point where it's like, okay, maybe the good guys have a chance, and then all of a sudden they just start coming up from the ground, and it's like, oh shit, we're in trouble. That's kind of what this feels like here. Like, so somebody had Evelyn cornered, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you're kind of outnumbered now. So,
but the thing is, her calm face makes this looks like it's not even an effort. It's like, oh, I'm here. I'm just raising these skeletons. Just here you go, fight them. I'm gonna, you know, she doesn't.
Very cool. Next one was this yours?
Nope.
This mine?
It was.
Okay. Ooh. This must be one of the ones from a little bit back. Oh no, I think I saw this week. Yeah, because I remember just that look from Nieve, like it, I don't know. She is, and then you see that side of the arm there, like she's buff. Like she is, she's not one to be fucked with here. And just this like steely eye gaze from her is just really interesting. So this is Cincy John, by the way. Common.
I mean, you see what she's looking at in the foreground, right?
It's a person. I don't know what that is. I can't see.
That's that golden Hilder or whatever.
Oh, is it?
Because that is a big old booty right there right at the end of Neve's arm.
A booty. Yeah. It's definitely a booty. Yeah, I just think,
I don't know, unless that's supposed to be Atlas in a thong. I don't know.
I didn't even really care about like there's some great lighting on this. There's some stuff in the background and stuff. The thing that really like struck with me is the Nieve, like the pose, the look, and then the lighting on the one half of her face.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know. Like I think if you zoomed in on this and just showed her face, this would be an excellent just profile pick or not, I guess kind of semi profile pick for her. Looks great. So Jesse, thoughts on this one?
It's great. I love it. I wasn't sure about showing off a booty pick, but so I'm glad you picked it because then I didn't have to put it in there.
I'll be honest, this shows who I am. I didn't even notice the booty. I'll just throw that out there. Didn't even notice. So
did you really not notice?
I 100% did not notice. I just looked. I saw, like I said, the lighting in her face and just how intense she looked. Didn't
But
even.
that is. I agree with you that is what draws you in. Her face, the lighting on her is subtle and amazing at the same time. But the next thought, and the next thought is, what is she thinking? And then you follow her eyes. And you mean you didn't see that? Since John, it's a great shot. It's a great shot.
No, I honestly thought it was like a slain warrior at first when I looked at it. I thought it was like a barbarian that was
looking at the slain warrior.
I mean, I see it now, but originally I thought it was like somebody that was died and like laid out or something. So yeah. Probably says in there, but I ain't gonna read. So.
All it's I think it's a great photo. I'm glad you picked it. I'm glad it made it in here, and it's Neve is she is on par, if not nudging Thistlethorn out as my favorite Legions figure.
Wow,
big words.
That is big.
I'm looking forward to getting that.
Jesse.
I know I forgot to swipe out the little reactions down at the bottom. Deal with it. This is from Josh Brown Toys. I just thought it was a really cool use of like that sickly green magic coloring with the staff and Azarak just doing full on evil wizard stuff. I just thought, and like the perspective I thought was cool. You know, it feels a little bit distorted like from above. And I just thought it was really cool lighting, really cool shot of a cool figure.
Oh, you're muted, Curtis.
Why? I just unmuted it. That's crazy. Yeah, Arazak, not Azarak, but otherwise, I agree with the rest of what Jesse said. And
tomato esophagus, whatever.
I don't know about that. And there's a couple Carver lights in here, so
we always love Carver lights.
Yeah, I mean it's not a photo if it doesn't have Carver lighting. So, but yeah, this looks great. I do love that. You know, whatever this like sphere and the light and everything is in the middle like this, it's just a very cool setup. Like it.
Yeah, I agree.
Beautiful. Next one is one of mine. This is an up and coming artist. Not sure if you guys have heard of this guy. Stephen Bouchody, Bisiata. Stephen from Michigan and from Steve's _art_toys. And he did this zombie pirate, and I think he absolutely killed this. You know, I have the distinct pleasure of being table mates with Steven at MesquiCon each year, which means I get to sit next to him, see all of the amazing stuff that he's painted that he typically does not do a great job of posting on Instagram or Facebook or anything. And so I don't think he gets the credit he deserves as far as how good of a painter he is. But it's really because he just hates self-promotion. But recently he has started to put some more stuff out there. So I would encourage people to, you know, if you're not already following him, follow this account. Make sure you check it out because he does some amazing work. And, you know, I heard him talking with CB at MesquiCon. I don't know. Maybe there's some Four Horsemen painting in his future. I don't know. Just saying. So, Jesse, thoughts on this up and comer?
I think he's got a real shot at something. No, the paint on this is amazing. Steve's a fantastic painter. Photography, a little bit in question here. I do appreciate seeing the dog in the background, but
That's Sunny. She's amazing. She's one of the best dogs ever.
There.
So
I'm a little surprised you didn't crop those out, but
you can't crop out Sunny. Sunny's amazing. So,
but the feet, you could crop out the feet of the person.
I don't know how you would crop out the feet and leave Sunny. Yeah, I don't know. But if you guys knew Sunny, you'd be happy that Sunny's in the picture. I'm just saying.
I don't know Sunny, but I am happy that Sunny's in the picture. I love dogs. Not the way Steve loves dogs, but I love dogs.
And if you visit Steven's house and you even pretend like you have food, Sunny will be your absolute best friend. So just FYI.
I always have food. I'm a snack.
Well, there you go. Emil, thoughts on this guy?
Okay. I love seeing Steven paint. And honestly, I had the privilege to sit next to him and just see him blend colors and paint. It's really something that I appreciate. And he has promised me that I'm not annoying while I'm sitting next to him over his shoulder like this. So he has promised me that I'm not. I'm looking forward to do that some more this summer. The paint job on this, I really love the way that he has blended the paints for the skin.
It looks so dead, right?
It looks fantastically alive and dead. You know, like the colors are blended excellently together with those eyes. You know, that sells all of it. It looks real, and I love when he does stuff like that.
Even the hat looks like a dusty old hat. Like it looks like it's been sitting around collecting dust for a long time. Jesse.
Emil, would you describe the features of this face as desiccated?
Oh my goodness.
I need to Google the word. Maybe it's late. But
Thank you,
right, Curtis.
Thank you, Emil. I appreciate you so much.
English isn't his primary language.
Come on. Okay, here we go. Having had all moisture removed, dried out, the withered, desiccated landscape. 2, lacking vitality or interest, a desiccated history of ideas.
So the reason that this comes up, Emil, is that in our Legion's Quest campaign, which is our role playing that we do, one of our people that was with our group, he was an NPC that was with our group, made our meals and stuff. One of my good friends in the group,
Dave,
he was being bewitched by somebody. She was putting a spell on him and stuff, and they said that he looked to be desiccated, and I thought she was pooping on him, and so I killed him. I cut off his head so that he could have a warrior's death, because I don't want him to die from being pooped on. And it turned out that that's defecated, and this was a different word, and it led to a whole kind of misunderstanding in the group. So then we had to go to hell to get him back, but he's good now. Everything's fine. There's no poop. He's not dead.
There was no misunderstanding in the group. There was a misunderstanding in a member of the group.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you use words you don't need to use, so
desiccated was exactly the word to use in that moment, because this is what that face would have looked like. But
and this is the amazing stuff that can happen in a role-playing game, folks. This is what you have to look forward to.
You can go watch a Legion's Quest on A Legion's Quest on YouTube, or go back the Kickstarter for Mythic Legions, the role-playing game, which we'll eventually get done talking about these pictures and talk more about that here tonight on this show.
I have to give you this, Curtis. I once played a game, and my a party member accidentally became invisible. And the first act he did was to poop in my bag that was leaning towards a tree, and we started fighting, and the other, we were almost killing each other, because I thought that was really a low blow. You don't do that when so I can understand your reaction.
A shitty thing to do.
But I knew what he was doing, because I could see it. So you should not be
something that when people first get into role-playing games, they don't realize how many poop fights you're going to get into. And so it's something that as people are kind of thinking about back in the campaign, you should be prepared because this stuff does happen. So
I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, I'll take some.
I would also like to say, just related to this picture, I was lucky enough to not only sit next to Steve at MesquiCon, but he also lets me stay with him and his family while I'm up there for MesquiCon, and they're just absolutely lovely, the most amazing people. He is not the alpha that he appears on TV. He is actually just an absolutely amazing sweetheart. And I got to sleep in Emil's bed. And when I messaged Emil about it, he said that he wishes he was there. And I said, I do too. So just FYI, folks. Emil?
I did.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jesse.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah,
This is Maverick's Phantasmagoria. Maverick does awesome pop and swaps, and when I saw this, I literally had to do like quadruple take.
Sure.
Multiple takes, more than two.
Of that one?
No, I just made that one up. That's not a real word.
Okay.
I didn't realize this bear could do this, like with all the gear it's got on it. Like I know some of it's probably he doesn't have like the shoulder pad, like the holes for the pauldrons, but this just I was like, oh crap, that you can make like a bear man figure. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot, and I think it's a cool picture with like that red backdrop, the light, and everything. It just looks really intense.
Yeah,
almost regal.
I was actually talking with some folks at MesquiCon about this one, and it was one that when it popped up, without even looking at the Instagram account, I knew it was Mavericks. Like he does such amazing pop and swaps between Figura, Cosmic, and Mythic, just kind of matching parts across lines and stuff. That even without paint, he can create something that looks completely new. And this came out fantastic. I didn't know that anybody was going to do like a pop and swap type custom with Bodvar, but if anybody was going to, it was going to be Maverick, and he killed it. So great work. Emil?
So Maverick's pop and swaps are among my absolute favorite photos to watch when they pop up.
Oh yeah.
He fascinates me with his creativity and the awesome character that he ends up with, so with that said, I'm gonna say that this custom is one of my favorites of all that he has done. I think it's way up there among his best. I love it, and like you said, Kurt, I didn't see it coming, but when you see it, it's like, why hasn't everyone done this?
Right. Absolutely. Next is my last one for the day. And this is one that we talked earlier about, like, if a photo can make you like a character more or make you want to have it or buy it, that is a really good compliment for a photographer. And I think that's what this one does for me. Like, I had really very little to no interest in this character. I see this photo, the posing, the lighting behind him, how it blends in with the flame on the sword. And I'm like, yes, I need this. This is, I believe it's Ripik or Ripik. I don't know. RIPIK_TAN, Ripik Tan, on Instagram. And I think that this is absolutely perfect. I love it. So, Emil?
Yeah. I was one of those who really liked this character. I didn't know what to expect when I got him in hand, but he has been one of the centerpieces on my shelf since I got him, because he's just standing there, but he just looks so powerful, epic, regal, whatever you want to call it. And seeing him use his magic like this, I think that's my favorite part of this picture. Seeing that what he has done with his magic, That feels strong. That feels powerful. I like that.
Jesse?
This is freaking epic. I love this shot. The way, like, I don't know if that's a portal or just like an opening in the door, or like a cavern behind him or whatever's being done with the mat. But this is really cool. Like, I like how clean he looks for a skeleton. It's just a really, and it's a really clean looking shot. I absolutely love this. This is really cool.
Beauty must. And last one for the day is this one from Jesse.
This is I don't know how to say this. Leinun. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. I just saw this, a couple like hand posing pics of this figure. I have no idea what it is, if it's just custom, but I just thought it looked really badass. And, I want to know more about who this character is, whether it's an actual story or just something they put together. And I just thought it was really, really, really freaking cool looking.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this toy, but it looks amazing. That is really cool. So, Emil?
And I just have to agree. I would like to know what this is. I mean, who she is, if anyone knows.
Well, I just gave this account a follow, and I don't see anything in there that says what it is. So unless it's in the comments.
Is there text there that you could read, perhaps?
There's no text. That's what I was looking for. I was actually like, hey, I will read for Emil. And then there was nothing there. So yeah.
Dylan's saying it's a custom on a blank base body.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh,
okay. That makes it even more awesome, I guess.
Well, there you go. That will do it for shelf selections. But before I close this out, did want to pull up the schedule that we dropped a couple days ago for the 28-hour marathon starting this upcoming Friday with Let's Go Offworld, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will then hand it off to Legion's Lair. They have an 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. time slot, and those guys can get crazy in prime time. So who knows what they're going to do after hours. That'll then come back to me, to Art by Ackerman. I will pass off to Euro Boys. They will then hand off in the morning to Dork Lair, who will then pass it back off to me and Jesse for shooting the shelf. That will go into Legion's Ladies Live on their normal Mod Squad time slot. They will then pass it off to My Wife Is Going to Kill Me in the middle of the day on the last day of the role-playing game Kickstarter. I have no idea what's going to go on there, folks, but it'll be interesting. We will then go into New to Mythics, where Greg is doing a one-shot led by Joe Gonzalez. So we will actually be playing part of the role-playing game live. That'll then go into Saturday Day Live with Hedgie and the crew, which will then go into the Latin Legions, which last year during the Dragon campaign, this is about the time that I started fading really hard. And those guys kept me alive with games and stuff. So hopefully they can do it again, because at this point in the night or day or whatever, everything's going to be blending at this point, and I'm going to be delirious. So hopefully they can keep me going. And then that'll go into the last leg for the end of the campaign, which will be on the Legions Lounge channel, where we will have all of our Legions Quest crew on there. And we will close out the campaign. But the fun does not end there, folks, because then we go over to PGG for an after party with a bunch of the folks from Four Horsemen Studios. They're trying to get everybody that they can from Four Horsemen to pop in as a little celebration. And then we go to the after party, because that's what R. Kelly says to do and Jesse says not to. But we're going to go over to Oz's Clubhouse for the after party. So
wait, what?
Nothing. You will also see thumbnails like this for many of the shows that are going for that 28-hour campaign. So if you see kind of this with the Four Horsemen die in the middle and the 28-hour marathon and then somebody's logo, that will be the thumbnail for that segment of that marathon. So there's one of these that's been put out for each of those 14 shows. So if you see these on YouTube, just know that's going to be the thumbnail for that segment. And I will be on every show making a smooth transition as one closes and we start over on the next stream and just kind of keep going. So 14 different shows, 28 hours. It's going to be a lot of fun. So,
Curtis?
Yeah.
How many of these will you be on?
I will be on every single one.
I guess so.
I'm going to get a good nap on Friday and probably sleep all the day on Sunday. So, but yeah. Any thoughts or questions on a 28-hour live stream?
I'm gonna say insane. Insane.
We had to do 28 because we had to one up last year from the 24. Couldn't just stop at 24. So
Or two up.
Yeah. Next year we're gonna go to like 36 hours. So all right. Well, speaking of the RPG, yesterday, actually late, I think it was late Friday night, we passed $1 million on the campaign. And currently we are sitting at $1,067,000. So let me pull that up here.
Wow.
So there we go. 2,533 backers for $1,067,000. So what do you guys think?
I think it's amazing. It's amazing.
Pretty good shape with a week left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
I think that last 24 to 36 hours is going to be insane.
Well, and they made a couple of big announcements this week that I think helped, including the new All In, which has an interesting name.
The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In.
The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In.
The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In.
The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In.
The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In. The Mayoral Mythic All-In.
There you go. So get your Mayoral Mythic All In so that you can get everything that is available in the campaign. I think a lot of people adjusted their pledge that night. Here we go. $965 includes.
I'm sorry. What does that say? What does that say?
You've got a misprint on the thing here.
Mythos. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's a misprint. I already talked to Jeremy about it.
Do you even know what
it's $1,115 in items that you're getting for $965, and you're getting everything that there is to offer, including all of the new stuff that they showed, like the $1.5 million Goblin Paladin, which I feel pretty confident that we're going to hit. So what about you guys? You think we'll get to the 1.5 million?
I think so.
Yeah.
It would be awesome if it did. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think Jeremy said if it gets to that point, it will be like the number 3 action figure Kickstarter of all time after the 2 Spawn ones that McFarlane did. So that's pretty cool. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Considering it's not that it doesn't have its own IP, but it's not based on anything but itself. Like it's Spawn has 30 years of comics and all that sort of stuff.
It's not as mainstream. So
yeah.
And
that's all thanks to people like you watching this show and supporting us and supporting them and each other, because floating knives sink the ships, or whatever the expression is.
Like that.
I don't know.
I'm not going to go through everything, but we did, they showed the lore master. We got the skulls. They showed these, the orc and skeleton head here. We then got the new villainous paladin, which, by the way, saw this in person at MesquiCon, and it is amazing. I think it might be the coolest soft goods they've done. Like in person, that like metallic blue, like shimmers. It's pretty awesome. And then
I'm looking forward to the coins.
Yeah, the coins are awesome. And then I don't think that's down here. I think you have to look at it through the all in, but there's the goblin one that they announced at 1.5 million, which is right here. And that looks pretty cool as well. So any other things that from this week that you guys were pretty excited about? Any other new drops or tidbits that they've thrown at us?
I mean, they just did a really cool artist spotlight on someone.
Oh yeah, who was that?
I don't know. We should probably. Oh wait, he's on the show right now.
Oh, you mean Emil Wickman?
Emil Wickman.
You've been doing work for the RPG?
Maybe.
well, what have you been doing?
I've been having fun.
Yeah.
I have indeed. Yes. Well, two things, I guess, mainly. The cover of the adventure book.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun to get to do that. And then I'm doing the layout for the books.
Very cool.
The core rule book, the starter rule book, and the adventure book.
So how did that come about? Tell us the how that happens.
Well, this last summer, I got involved with a RPG project by doing the character sheets that would be used for at Legions Con, and has been it's been possible to download it and play with it since.
For people that are new to this and don't know what a character sheet is, can you kind of talk about that?
When you play a role-playing game, you have a sheet of paper where you write down your stats, your name, and the description of who you are and what you are and what you carry with you. And this is, it's unique to all role-playing games, depending on what the rules for that specific game is. So this role-playing game is built upon the 5e rule sets, but we didn't the character sheet to look the same. It should be similar. You should recognize it. Thrown off like, whoa, I don't know where anything is located on this sheet, but it needed to feel more like its own thing.
So kind of like when you do a custom, right? Like if you do a tribute, you're not trying to make it exactly like whatever the character, like if it's Batman, you're not trying to make it exactly Batman, but you're trying to make it recognizable as Batman in the world that you're building it in. Right?
Correct. Yes, so, you're right. You're right. And that is the first thing that was asked of me, if I could do that.
Okay.
So my first thing was like, what information do we need to include on this sheet?
Mm-hmm.
And then how can we change this to make it easier to use?
Very cool.
So I did some changes that I thought was important to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it, we went from there.
And then you said, give me more.
Then we needed some monster cards for Legions Con as well. It could be, fun to have some monster cards to make it easier for the game master to. You have them there?
I do. So
monster cards or creature cards are, a summary of the information you need for a certain creature when you play the game. Instead of having them all in the book, you're playing an adventure, and then you can bring out these cards to make it easier for gameplay to occur.
Now, as you were doing this one, did you think about maybe just removing his head and just leaving it with no head?
No, I did not.
So he could look like the one on your
shelf. I love that head. So
this guy, his intelligence is a little low. I don't know.
What?
His intelligence is a little low.
That is not up to me to decide. I'm not being in a creative position to decide the stats for each.
So you're not
creature.
the one saying that vampires are idiots. That's not you.
I would
That's
never
somebody
say
else.
that
Okay.
because I
Gotcha.
would never say that. The vampires are the smartest.
Gotcha.
Honestly, I have more vampires on my shelf than any other faction. So
This guy's cool.
he is.
Pretty solid across the board stat wise. And then
Mhm.
so what about this stuff down here? Like the actions
Then
and
we
that
have-
kind of stuff.
We have some special abilities, special actions for this particular creature. Obviously, he needs to have a bite attack, right?
Oh yeah.
Using his bite or claws. Of course, he bites more than he claws, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I would see. I mean, that's how I see wargs. So we have the summary of the skills and proficiencies of what he has, and so that was the
Now-
second thing to do.
I did want to pull up this one. Because this is our good friend Big Greg, right? And
I wouldn't say that he is. I mean, that's not big. It's his armor,
6
perhaps.
intelligence.
It's his
And then
armor.
and then you go over here, 5 charisma. 5?
I'm gonna say if this was, flip this around again. That's not Big Greg. He's way prettier than that. And Jesse,
Oh,
you're
gotcha.
muted.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jesse, you're muted.
Sir Ukchak is an ogre, not a bone golem. So
Okay. So this is somebody
gotta
that
read-
just kind of like snuck in and stole his armor.
Yes, well, he was in the
Okay.
bathroom or something. It makes obvious sense. Why
Using
didn't you
the
even think
bidet,
about that?
probably. Yeah.
So a bone golem just, borrowed his
Very
armor.
nice.
So,
And then I like this one. This is, look at that. Vampire Noble. Look at that. Yeah. So that, I mean, look at those stats across the top.
there you go.
He's double
would make
digits in all
sense,
the way
right?
across there. Would this be like more of kind of like a boss type fight?
Well, yes, I would say, but I mean, they're not. I mean, vampire nobles are not going around and fighting people who poops, like all over like your character. It
Yeah.
needs to keep your stuff where it's supposed
wait,
to be.
so vampires defecate?
That's a good
Is
question.
that lore confirmed?
Maybe
yeah.
they desiccate.
They might.
Well,
they
I know
probably
they
do
desiccate,
Oh, okay.
but do they
Yeah.
defecate? I'm pretty
Well-
sure you just said the nobles poop on everybody.
I would say yes, but
I mean,
I'm not the man behind the
The
info for
nobles
this.
poop on people in our
Don't
world
take
too,
me-
though.
And I'm not
So-
going to spread lies.
I'd rather lie spread than poop spread.
Okay, then
he
they
was the
desiccate.
boss of the vampire encounter at Legion's Con. So there you go. There you go.
There you
All
go,
right.
Patrick.
Well, Kim Pop, I would say that you could have seen this if you tuned into Offworld, but in fairness, I tell people never to watch Offworld. So you're right. I could have shown it here, but it's the last week of the campaign. You gotta save some bullets back. So there you go.
There you go.
All right.
So-
So monster cards, the character sheets, and then Jesse showed this. So tell us a little bit about this thing.
So this is the cover illustration of the adventure book, and here we have the 4 starter characters running through the streets of Mercurius,
Mm-hmm.
away from the Colosseum. And
Interesting.
there's obviously a festival going on, which you will read a lot more about when you play the adventure. Written by Brian, and it was a lot of fun reading that adventure and then trying to come up with how would a cover for this adventure book look like? What do we need to include in this cover? And then we started.
Very cool. We do have a few questions. We'll go ahead and start on. Number That's true. First one was from Jeremy Gouvier, who says, "Why no demons?" Now, I believe I know the answer to this question. I'm gonna throw out what I think the answer is, and you can tell me if my explanation holds water, Emil. But I believe, this is just the first adventure, and there's going to be more, and you got to save something back for future adventures. And what cooler adventure than to have a demon one down the road to look forward to? Thoughts?
Obviously, we're gonna have demons.
Mm-hmm.
That well, at least in my head, I've never thought that we're not gonna have demons, but we can't have everything because you just simply can't have everything at the start. But there's always something that you want that is not included. But so Jeremy, I'm saying obviously there's gonna be demons.
For sure.
We're traveling in mythos. Anything that exists in mythos should be part of this world,
Actually, let me go to Freak's question next, because he asks, what has been your favorite piece to work on so far for the RPG campaign?
Well, when it comes to I would actually I really enjoy solving puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one part of doing the character sheet, to take something that everyone knows and then make it slightly different. That is solving a puzzle in a way. I learned a lot, and I really like doing the illustration, the cover illustration. I think what I enjoy the most is what I'm doing, doing the layout for the book, because here we're working on something that people recognize as, if you played 5e Dungeons and Dragons, and you recognize a lot of what you see here. So how to make this new, hopefully better in places, and I think that is what I like doing the most, honestly. The layout for the books.
Very cool.
And
then Tanya
will like what you see.
I'm sure they will. Tanya then comes back and says, how long before Emil becomes full-time at the studio?
That is not a question for me. I'm working on this now, and I'm right now I'm on shooting the Shelve. That's my main.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
You're allowed to answer that one.
It's the best company in the world, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also fun to go to work and reboot iPads all day. That's also fun.
I mean,
I mean, hey, whatever floats your goat, man.
So
no goats. I really love doing this kind of work. That you call it work, and you can spend enormously amount of extra hours just because you want to do something good, and you enjoy creating. That is something truly special.
Okay.
So I'm trying to dodge the straight bullet here, but of course I want to do this more.
All right, I'm going to begin you for this one. This is a question from let's see. It says Curtis Ackerman. Curtis says, Lynn LaGuardia, now full-time at the studio. Emil Wickman doing work for Four Horsemen Studios, and apparently Stephen Busciotti was overheard talking to Cornboy about potentially doing some work for the studio. What are the chances that God's Fire becomes canon in Mythic Legions? Emil, what say you?
I like where you're going with this.
All right, I'll accept that. That would be amazing.
Thank you, Kirby.
I would just say that would be amazing. So
Yeah. I am very happy to get to be a part of this project and do this. It's a lot of fun. It is, and a lot of work, but work is fun.
well, and then they also shared this today, which I know is going to probably be a little hard for people to read on there, but one of the things that I saw in here says you co-founded Darklight Studios and created, is it Ambar?
Ambar.
Ambar?
It's Elvish for world.
Okay. How come I never knew about this? What you got to tell me. Okay. I thought I knew everything there was to know about Emil, and then all of a sudden they dropped this today, and I'm like, he did what? So yeah, tell me a little bit about this.
I mean, we've all done different things, right? And I mean,
I would think that if I created something like this, I'd be bragging about it my whole life. So, but yeah, go ahead.
So, well, back in 1997, internet was pretty young, and that is actually how I started posting stuff online. I was part of this gaming. I played a game called Utopia.
Okay.
Utopia was a text-based multiplayer online game, and I was part of this alliance playing elves, actually, and we did some role-playing in there, and I decided to do some illustrations for some of the characters. So here's where I bought my first scanner, and I scanned my first illustration, and sometime after that, the day after when I posted them, a friend of mine asked if I wanted to be part of this gaming studio that they were founding. So it ended up me and 5 other people started this company called Darklight Studio. It's actually Darklight Studios LLC. It was registered in Delaware in the US. It was a fun project it was crazy. We were 6 people from 5 countries and 4 different continents. So that was a wonderful experience. We were having these late meetings. It was hardest for the guy, doing web design, 19 years old in Australia, and his meeting hours, they're the time we're talking about now. The age spread of us was like this 13-year-old guy from Israel who was, initiative of everything. And the oldest guy was 27, a programmer in St. Louis, actually. So we were from all around the world.
Do you know him, Curtis?
I do not.
Oh.
So and then we started this game, and it went well. But the thing is that the whole idea for it was that it was based upon ads. So it was all based upon ad revenues. So the game was supposed to be free, and it all went well. So when the checks started coming in, we had 3 months that we had money coming in, and it was growing exponentially. And then the IT bubble crashed. So many people, they weren't affected about that at all, but we were affected because it was all about, nobody paid for ads anymore. So the whole project kind of died, after a while, because that's what the whole way, the whole idea to get the money for it was through that. But here's, that was my first online company creative thing. And I don't know, there's so much to tell about that. I've always appreciated the community wherever I am. And so that was a big thing where we built upon the community. We had role-playing sessions in the chats, you know. Yeah, good memories. A lot to say about it. I'm not sure what else to say, but I remember one fun thing is that when we, gonna put up the contact page on the website or the credits page, I was like, so if this is our company, do we, can we pick our own titles? And they're like, it's our company, we can do whatever. So I was like, Emil Wickman, Emil Warfist. Warfist was my name. Emil Warfist Wickman. Well, Warfist was my online name. I have
Okay.
Warfist still to this day. So Emil Warfist Wickman, Lord of Art. Instead, and that was just silly things that made everything more fun.
Okay. I see it then in this write-up. It also talks about the books that you've done, Marench's Treasure, which I absolutely love. I got Jesse to watch with his mom this year, which Jesse, thoughts on Marench's Treasure?
It is absolutely adorable, heartwarming, such a great message. I'm so glad I finally got to watch it. And like, I would have been great watching it on my own, but I'm glad I got to watch it with my mom in person. It was really good. And she thought it was great. She, if anyone wants to know a little bit more about my mom, go watch last week's episode of whatever this is. We had her on. We didn't talk about that.
And you guys did a video on that too, right? On Marench's Treasure.
We did. Yeah. There should be one on YouTube. Yeah.
I appreciated that so much, Jesse. That was so nice of both of you to do.
I may have twisted his arm a little bit, but I'm glad I did.
Well, you didn't twist my arm. You have been a champion for that video since I mean, you're the one the first time I heard about it, and you've been like championing it, not pushing it, because I don't like you can be pushy about stuff, but you are not pushy about that. You were promoting it and trying to encourage people, and I think that was really good. And I think that
I'll be honest, whenever I start feeling a little like selfish or envious of somebody else or whatever, like I will put that on, and it's just kind of a little lesson to myself, like just find your joy. Like you don't need to try to steal somebody else's joy. That's not how it works. Like just find something to appreciate and love on a daily basis. It's just, yeah. And then they talk about 2 words that save Christmas, which, as much as Darla wants me to believe that it's Curtis Ackerman, those are not the 2 words. But still, it's really good, even though that's not the 2 words. And then it talks about your tribute book that you did this past year, which seemed like that went really well. You sold out at Legions Con, right?
I did, yeah. Yep. Chris was actually, he never picked up his book. So I had to sell it after a while. He was like, "Where's my book?" "I don't have any left." "You sold my book?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Poop, but I didn't mean to."
Mr. Poop. And then here it says that as a role player, says that your favorite character is playing a Goliath bard, big and strong with a soft voice that your friends somehow refuse to appreciate.
Yeah.
Is that because they poop in your bag?
That was one of the guys, yes. And he actually had to roll his dice to see if he appreciated it. And I remember whenever he appreciated it, he reluctantly had to say that he appreciated it.
Very cool. So obviously you worked on the adventure set as far as the cover and stuff. Do you know about the first adventure, like what it's about? Have you been privy to any of the adventure?
The Shadows of Mercurius?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I read it from page to page before I even started with the cover. Because I wanted to know the setting. I wanted to get the feel of the whole adventure before starting to draw it,
Well, so, obviously we don't want you to spoil anything for the adventure, but what were your thoughts after going through it? Like is it something that, as people going back this and get into that adventure, is it something you feel like the average fan is going to really enjoy?
I do. I absolutely do, and I love how Brian, who's writing it,
Mhm.
how there is care for the lore in it, and it enhances and builds upon it.
Mhm.
Um, you know, as um as a kind of a big fan like you guys are as well, we love whenever there is a snippet of new lore or added lore, or that gives more depth to something. Every
Mhm.
time there is something like that, we appreciate it, right?
Mhm.
And you're gonna get you're gonna get a lot of that in the adventure, with still having the focus on your party and what you're doing.
Mhm.
But Brian is doing an excellent job, and I do hope that he's gonna write a million more adventures in the future.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. I can't wait to play it. I think that's going to be an absolute blast. Yeah, Jesse.
I've been waiting for a night to do this, and with Emil sitting here, I feel like this is the right time to do it.
Mhm.
I got a second one of the Emil tribute books, and I know we're talking about the role-playing game, but we were just talking
Mhm.
about this or mentioned it. Let's do a giveaway tonight.
Oh, very
So
cool.
I've already got a hashtag in the banners. Curtis, if you can run the giveaway tool so I don't crash my
Absolutely.
computer out.
Yep.
Because
Let me just take
Thanks,
this
Jesse.
screen that I've got over here and do it.
so yeah, folks, just comment in. Where is it? Yeah, don't do it yet. I mean,
they
Curtis,
can.
you go ahead and do it, but like, folks, don't do the hashtag yet.
They can do it.
Oh, they can?
It'll still pick it up.
All right. I'll put it up here
what
on
is
the bottom of the
hashtag?
screen.
Oh,
Hashtag tribute, just nice and simple.
Nice
That's the name
hashtag.
of the book. Let me know or comment hashtag tributes, and I'll send out this week.
There you go. Hashtag tributes. Don't see anybody there. Well, we got the first person didn't put an S on it, so we're in trouble, folks. Hank, go back and put an S on it. You should be good. So, but I do see them coming in now.
All right, there we go.
Put an S on it.
There you go. All right. So then we did have this that came out. So I don't know role playing as much as you two. You guys have played a lot more than me. So as far as when it comes to like these different species, we're calling it, what are your thoughts on these playable species?
Jesse?
I'm excited. I know it's not. I know we talked about demons earlier, and there's not everything in here. This is, Jeremy has said multiple times, this is just the beginning of what they want to do with Mythic Legions role-playing game. So we will see more of the other things coming in. I believe he commented that the rules for these characters and half races would be in the main book, is what I believe the write-up said. And the starter set comes with, I think, was it only 4 or 5 races, or excuse me, species? I don't think the starter. I don't think the adventure, like the starter adventure, came with the whole thing.
No, absolutely not. No.
But I think it's really cool. I mean, having gotten to play the playtest, and folks, the playtest run through with the Legions Quest folk. The last 5 episodes will be posting Monday through Friday this week over on the A Legions Quest channel, where we have a Jagualian, a Minotaur, a skeleton, and vampire characters all in the party, and a human. But those 4 are, or 3 of those 4 are new species or modified species.
I don't even understand this question.
Aren't we all half skeletons? We're all half skeletons.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if a dwarf is smaller, they do have about half the skeleton. So
yeah, and the whole thing with the game books and stuff, so we've got these 9 to start off, and we know there's going to be so much more coming down the road. I think this is enough to get started with, and books don't take game books like this the adventure stuff does, but the rule stuff don't take as long as producing figures do, especially once you guys have your, I'm speaking for Emil, but like once you get the print stuff and thing in the thing, like they'll be able to just like market it right to their game shops and directly to fans, or however they're going to do that going forward. And the books will be a lot easier to put out than waves of figures, but we know more figures will come with this stuff down the road too. So I don't know if I answered the question, but that's what I'm thinking.
Kirby, no, the 1,500,000 unlock is the Goblin Paladin. Is there a chance that they drop a Minotaur? I guess maybe, but I don't see any spots on the add-ons or stretch goals where that'll be in there, but who knows? We got 6 days left. They could definitely drop in a surprise character pack or something, possibly. We'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah. Emil, thoughts on these races, or species?
Species, yeah. It's well, what my thoughts are is that I'm very happy with we're getting a lot of different species in playable species in contrast to the 5e. I think it will make it possible to have adventures that have that differs a lot from if you're playing a ordinary 5e D&D session game. I think it would be a lot of fun for to see the dynamics in a party, because when you're playing a party, even if you're, it's cool to have skeleton characters, but how do you make this feel like a party that could work together?
Yeah,
those are the things.
I think that's the part that's going to be a lot of fun. Like in our. Jesse has just recently started to drop the episodes that we did the playtesting for the RPG game. And, we had like a vampire and a skeleton and a minotaur and a dwarf. And we had all these different like people, different species. And then it was up to Joe to kind of figure out, okay, what is the common goal that these guys are working towards that makes it make sense for them to be together. And so what he did was he had, he told each of us to kind of come up with a story on why we would have ended up in jail. It could be for something legitimate that we did wrong. It could be something that we got framed for or whatever, but somehow we all ended up in the same prison. And that's where we all met each other. And then while we were in there, one of the prison guards that we kind of got to know told us about this like treasure. And when we got out, we got tasked with going to kind of find this treasure. And so we worked together for it because of that, we met all each other in there and we were working towards this same goal. So, but that's just one example. You could, depending on who your game master is, they could find a way to make these characters work together. You just got to find a common goal or common enemy or common whatever. So, yeah, very cool.
Yeah. And that's the stuff, like, in some games, the game master want to give the whole backdrop to your character, why you are where you are, and sometimes, like with Joe here, letting you guys decide your own reason for being in jail. Sometimes it's like, no, this is your story. This is why you're in jail. Last game I played, our game master, he texted us on Messenger like, this is your couple of rows of why you are where you are, and which of the other characters or why not. It's like, and then nothing else. So if there's a secret, before the game starts, like, here you go. And that's part of giving the game master a chance to be creative and enjoy the game.
For sure. Now, I know there's a lot of different like role-playing games that kind of go off of the 5e system, but just within regular Dungeons and Dragons, just looking at this list here, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that you can play a skeleton as a player character, right?
Nope.
A vampire, a goblin, or Jagualian. Is that the? I think the other ones you probably can play, right?
Isn't it half orc? I'm not sure you can
It
play
is half orc. You're right. Yep.
No.
Yep. So
I don't know if the rules are in there for goblin and orc, but like people definitely have played full orcs, full goblins in campaigns.
But that
yeah,
as
the
a standard,
Jagualian obviously is the first like unique to mythos race they're putting in here, like fully like that does. I mean, there are cat people and other things, but it's the like their first named unique race, and then skeleton and vampire being unique. I think they've had like half vampires or like other type of vampires in certain settings, but not as a regular player character. And Tabaxi are more smaller, like they're more. At least my understanding, they're more
Pathfinder
like
is like off of the 5e system, but it's not actual D&D, right? Or is that?
I don't know enough to answer that one.
Okay.
It is its own thing, but I feel like I think there was a connection more directly at one point, but I think it has kind of fractioned and become its own thing.
Spot on, Twizzler. Spot on. So. All right. So let's see. And then we had that. And then this.
Here we go. Here we have a spread from the book.
Nice.
And one of the things I really wanted when I get the text that we is to we picked up the traits for each species and put them in a separate list, because sometimes you have all the traits as part of the text. It's like you read about this species, and then in the text you see what traits you have for them. This is one of those things that I want to solve the puzzle. How can we make this easier to get the information for someone looking for the traits? If you're looking for them and don't want to read about the specific species, then you just look at that list. That is one of the things, small things like that to me feels logical once you found them, things like that I like. And I want as many pages as possible to be, they obviously need to be easy to read, but I also want them to feel as a piece of an art. They're pieces of art.
We do have a question from Brian Lynn. Brian Lynn asked, can he call the lighting canon now, since it's in the book that Carver Custom Lighting is the lighting of Mythos? I mean, I would say since it's been in Trevor's photography for the last few years, it already was, but yeah. Very cool. So cool stuff. Anything that you can share with us that we haven't already talked about, or anything else that you'd like to discuss about the project that we haven't covered?
It's going to be fun to see that. I mean, in 5e, you pick a you pick a race and a class. Here we have a species and a profession, but also a faction. I think that's going to be interesting for someone who's making a build when you're creating a character, to see how you can make your character more unique or more specialized, or
I like how Jeremy addressed that by saying with the faction system, or Cameron or someone said that it kind of takes the alignment, the good, neutral, evil alignment, like out of it, and it's more about your dedication to your faction and the the being that they serve, or at least the ideals that the faction serves. And I think that I think the character traits and alignments are fun for it, like if you don't have a clear set of what you want to do with your character, but I think the faction creates a cool, different way to do that. I think that's an exciting thing, and the different paths like if you are a certain faction, it opens up certain things in different professions that aren't there for other factions.
Yes, absolutely.
We had Toylanta going on this weekend, and Big Dub was there running a panel for the Four Horsemen, and he said that they talked about your artwork there at the panel. So
thank you, Dub.
Yeah,
that's nice to hear that you did that.
Let's see. Tunamator says D&D had factions in the Adventure League organized play. The Mythic faction system looks like it might be a lot more enjoyable. So very cool. So yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, the figures are awesome, especially the price point. Like $30 for those figures is ridiculously cheap, and they look great for customizing. I'm just like separate from the game. Like this is customizer's dream. These figures. But also I can't wait to get that game in hand and read through the book. Yes, folks, I'm going to read. Unless they have Emil do an audio version, which I would definitely listen to that. That's how I got into God's Fire, because of Emil's audio bios. But yeah, I just can't wait to get into that and kind of see what all's going on. So we do have a super chat here, Jesse.
Yes, we do. From Rob El Spooky Zoro, $1.99 super chat. Hi, Emil. Jag Alskar Dig Min Van.
How do you do?
Hey, it's good. It's great.
I have no idea. I just winged it.
Yeah, you winged it well. Hi, Emil. Jag älskar dig, min vän.
And that means?
Hello, or hi, Emil. I love you, my friend, and I love you back.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Thought it was going to be like, hi, Emil. Jesse puts his toes in his mouth or something like that.
I did.
You put your toes in your mouth?
Last week or 2 weeks ago.
You want me to do it again?
No,
please.
Don't do it. Nope.
That's not.
You don't need that.
I think.
Because Emil said no, please, so nicely, I won't.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pull up this giveaway. We have 61 people watching, 31 people entered. Listen, folks, I know some of you may already have this, but it makes a great gift as well. So go ahead and put that in. We'll leave it run for a few more minutes. But yeah, hashtag tributes. Get that hashtag in there.
Dave Williams has given me permission.
I'm not sure that he is. He's in. I don't think he can do that. Can he?
No, he's not allowed to.
Oh.
I mean, he's an artist with Four Horsemen. He's got a tribute figure. I don't know. He's got some weight here.
Well, while we wait for a few more people to put in for that, I did have a few things that I want to share, not related to the RPG, but I announced yesterday on Mail Call I will be giving away one of these ladies, or 2 days ago on Mail Call, Legendary Warrior, next Friday on Mail Call to an Art by Ackerman channel member. So if you're a channel member, it's $1.99 a month. You get access to monthly giveaways. You get early access to videos and early access to my brushes, which I am currently in the works on version 2. I talked about this the other day. It's basically everything that you see in this picture with the exception of the 10/0. I'm taking that out and I'm just going to go with the 20. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brushes here. A number 2 dry brush, and then these 3, the flat and the 2 angle tip brushes. And all of them are going to be in this kind of blue color over here. So the set is going from 10 brushes to 14. And I'm currently talking with the factory right now. Unfortunately, because I'm going from 10 brushes to 14 and supply costs have gone up, I'm trying to work with them to get the price to a reasonable. It's difficult right now, but it is in discussion. And I mentioned earlier, Kevin McCoy was going to mention about him. He does the box art for me. He did the box art on the version 1 brushes. He will be doing the box art on version 2. So hopefully we'll be going in production within the next month or 2. We'll see when I don't know that I'll make it in time for CarverCon, but if I can, that'd be great. Definitely we'll have them by Legions Con. So
great brushes. Great brushes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right, let's pull this up. So yeah, hashtag tributes. We got 41 people. We're going to go ahead and pull this. So here we go.
Good luck, everybody.
Jamie Rockwood, 7045. So,
all right.
Congrats,
Jamie. Reach out to me, Jesse Arnold, on Facebook, or just shelve.it. It's right there on the screen on Instagram. Let me know that it was you who won. Send me your contact info or where you want me to send the book, and I will get that out to you this week, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. Once I get if I don't have the right size box, it might be Tuesday.
hope you like it, Jamie.
very, very cool. I'm gonna take a look at the Kickstarter one more time. See if there's been any change. It's slow to load. We went up another 1,000, folks. So 1,068,000 at this point. So
Wow,
there you go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, it just went up again. 1,069,000. So keep it going.
Nice.
And we will have a long 28-hour marathon next week to close this out and try to squeeze every last dollar we can out and see if we can't get some more cool stuff. So pretty awesome, Emil. I'm excited for you. I'm glad that you've been able to do some work on this. And you've been doing some other digital art over the last few months since Legions Con, and it's been really cool looking.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it was, after Legions Con, I was like, I just want to just do some illustrations, maybe learn some stuff, and this, and I did some, and I appreciated it. It was just follow where your inspiration is, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I have a number of commissions for Legions Con figures. So I haven't posted any figures since Legions Con, but I have a number of customs in the works. So
yeah, I was just looking at that from David. Is that okay? So even in the big all in, it only has one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look.
It's only two of the base figures.
Gotcha. Well, and it's got two of the Ricks, right? So that you can do the lore master with it.
Oh, did it? I didn't catch that part.
I believe it does. Let me take a look here. Let me pull it up on my screen so you guys aren't just staring at me read. There you go.
That's a unique thing.
Let's see. One deluxe monster creator, one heroic paladin. Oh yeah, two Rick's skeleton thief figures. So you get two. So you can have one regular Rick's, one for the lore master. You get all the extra builds up here. So yeah, I guess if you wanted to create everything, you would just need another one of these. Unless you wanted to create a build for like the paladins with all the 3 different heads, in which case you would need 2 more extra of each paladin as well. So, right.
No, just got a super chat 499 from Maverick. Thank you for the feature. Quadruple cake. Thank you. That's the way I was trying to say that. Quadruple cake.
Again, Maverick, love your customs, man. Love them.
Great stuff. I was talking to Kane, Travis's son, at MesquiCon, Kane Bowles, and I feel like the ability to pop and swap and create a fully realized character without putting paint on it is like a totally different art form from like just painting, customizing. And like you look at what Maverick does, what Kane's been doing, Joe Suter, Dorclair, and their ability to just take parts from different figures, put them together, and make it look like a fully realized character without adding any paint to it. It's something that I don't have that ability. Like I've tried, and it's just not. It like I just go, I want it to look like this, so I'm going to paint it to look like X, you know, but the way that they see parts and see colors and are able to put it together, it's pretty amazing. So yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Kevin says I got the $570 figures. Can't wait for them. Pretty pumped, folks. Also added another dwarf rogue skeleton vampire. So very cool. I mean, don't sleep on the RPG game though, folks. I do know that they've got that, you know, set out there that is, you know, just the figures. But this RPG game is going to be a ton of fun. You don't want to miss out for sure. So Emil, how's everything else been going? How's life been going?
Life has been pretty good. I've been, you know, I had a couple of months where I was kind of tired, you know, but it was life.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
Now last year you came out here twice to America.
Yes, indeed.
Right? And is that the same thing for 2026? We got 2 America trips on the book.
Yes. So this year, last year I celebrated 20 years married.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife.
Congratulations.
We went to. Thank you. We went to Muskegon.
Mm-hmm. Where everybody that visits America
that's where
goes.
you go when you celebrate 20 years.
Yeah.
So, and this year my youngest daughter or oldest daughter, she's graduating.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing that she is wanting more than anything else, and that is to one day go to the U.S.
And she said Muskegon, Michigan.
She did not. She said Los Angeles. And
you said, I'm going to take you to the Los Angeles of Michigan.
Yes. No, we're going. Me and my wife and both our daughters are going to stay with the Bishattis.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it will be great. And then me and Thomas is coming back in November again.
Now, you guys will be out in what, July? Is that right? That you're coming out?
We're saving Muskegon for our 30th. Make it special. Make it special, Trevor.
Is it July that you're coming out?
Yes.
Now, July, warm summer month. There's some yard work to be done. Is your family prepared for all that?
They've seen the previous videos. I'm not prepared them. Hopefully, the Bishati daughters will take my daughters away to save them from Steven's claws. And
but that zero turn mower is pretty nice, though.
It is, yeah. I will probably have some stuff, things to do.
Yeah.
My wife will go with Courtney somewhere, and I will be stuck there.
And you got to go to get some ice cream from the ice cream stand, right?
We there are a number of things we're gonna go to, but Chicken Shack. We went there this summer, and that's the best chicken in the world.
Wow!
So we have to go there again.
Very cool.
So there are a couple of things we just have to go and do, and Lake Michigan. I've
only been there in March when it's still like super cold, so I can't. But I hear it's nice in the summer.
No, it's not nice. It's honestly the best, and I hope Steven is not watching this, so he's gonna be like, yeah, it's the best in the world. But it honestly is. You have the waves and the sand of the ocean, but no salt, and it's like, what is this magic? But it is that great.
I will say, because like we had Muskegon and stuff, and everybody was kind of saying their goodbyes and everything, but most everybody was like, well, we'll see you in a few months at CarverCon and stuff. And I said something like that to Steven. I'm like, well, you'll be at CarverCon, right? And he goes, no, Emil's coming out. I'm hanging out with Emil. He was all happy. So we will miss you at CarverCon, but I'm glad
he's not sharing that happiness with me. He's more like, sure, you can come.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm glad that you share that.
He
Now,
puffed up his chest. He's like, Emil's coming out. We're gonna hang out and stuff.
yeah.
But you guys have fun at your little Carver convention.
Oh no, O'Brien. I would love to go to CarverCon. That would have been great. It really would have been. But it won't be possible. I think it will be too tight, sadly.
But it's cool that you're getting to come out here again. So
Waters of Minnetonka. That's new to me.
Okay.
I have so much to learn about the land over there.
So do I. I mean,
So does everybody else here.
I got to talk to Darla and see if we need to schedule an anniversary trip to Muskegon. I didn't even know that was a thing till now.
Well,
So
I mean, if I was going to go to St. Louis, you know that I've been to St. Louis. That's my first trip to the US, and I've been up in the Arch,
I wouldn't advise St. Louis. I've been to St. Louis. I live 20 minutes outside of St. Louis, and I'd rather go to Muskegon. So, but anytime that you feel like coming over, though, you can definitely come here and we'll find
like
a room for you.
Anytime you feel like coming over, I hate the tight seats in the flights.
Oh yeah,
and it's not free. But I would love.
Yeah, why don't they make it free? That'd be a lot easier to travel.
Yeah, and bigger seats.
Yeah.
No, it's I'm looking forward. So it's going to be a two trips this year again. Yeah.
Very cool. Anything else that you've been doing? Any shows you've been watching, or thing you've been reading, or video games you've been playing? Anything like that? Oh, I'm sorry. Jesse's got a question or something. She's got a hand.
Emil, I know we talked about talking about this. We need to do an arcane discussion at some point.
Oh,
yes.
But without diving into that, because there's not enough time to even crack that open right now. Have you watched One Piece, the live action?
Nope.
I recommend it.
Oh, is it? It's worth watching.
I can't compare it to the anime, so I don't know that comparison. But just as a fresh viewer, I love it. I think it's weird. It's weird as shit, but the characters, the motivations, like the messages in it are amazing.
Got it. There are some stuff on my list. I'm not putting that up on my list, but I'll think about it. I'm actually right now. Recently I watched A Night of the Seven Kingdom. Obviously, when it was released, loved it. Loved it. I had a hard time at one time because when I started watching it, I was just, I need to take some relaxed time, and I was in the sofa right behind here, and it's like 1 episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, no more episodes, and I was like, what? Oh, I'm up to speed. No, I have to wait. Oh, and there's a canceled episode next week. No, what? No, 1.5 weeks. And it's like, that was horrible. But still, I couldn't wait because I didn't want to see any spoilers, North Carolina. Oh, yeah. The Outer Banks. Kevin and Tanya, that's where my daughter also, Elena wants to go there after having watched Outer Banks, the show, of course.
Yeah.
One show that I'm watching right now it's only like, what is it? 35 years after it was released. I'm watching Twin Peaks.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Because I've always just heard about it and never had an idea what it was, except that it was spectacular in every way and it was so special. And then finally, someone at work convinced me to start watching it. And I think I have 10 episodes to go or something. But it's
okay. So I have no idea what that's about. Well, can you give me just a quick summary what the show is?
Okay, I know it's gonna be crazier later on still, but basically there is this small town called Twin Peaks, and first episode, a young girl turns up dead,
Oh,
and then it's all about what's happening here. And the thing is, I've never been sold on it. I'm not going to give you more, but it has some supernatural weird elements to it and all, but I'm not even gonna try to sell it. Like people haven't been successful at selling it to me for 35 years. But then I watched. I was gonna give one episode a chance, and then there is, just a few minutes into the show, the receptionist at the police station is, she gets the call, and then she asks the sheriff to, pick up that phone. Pick up that phone on the table next to the couch over there, the red phone. Don't pick up the brown phone. I'm not connecting it to the brown phone over there. It's the red phone. And the way that monologue is put up, I'm like, okay, we are on our way to greatness. When you see the love in every sentence written and every tone of music, and I'm like, why did it take me 35 years to start it? I know people have said that the ending is crazy, that it's whatever, but I'm enjoying it right now, and that's what I'm watching.
Very cool.
Released in 1990.
Very cool. I'll check it out. I didn't watch X-Files till like 2 years ago or something like that, and I was like, man, why did I miss this the whole time? So I'm not opposed to going back and watching older shows. So
yeah. Well, I haven't watched all the X-Files, but it's I like it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movies, which they're all right.
So,
they were a thing that existed. So.
The first one was okay. The second one was horrible, in my opinion.
The X-Files movies?
Not horrible, just the X-Files movie. I liked the first one. The second one, I shouldn't say horrible. I just don't remember it having much of an impact. It just felt like a long episode of the show that didn't really do anything.
Well, I'm not one of those cool people who dares to watch scary stuff. And I did definitely not dare to watch, X-Files when it was released. I did, after a season or a couple of seasons, I went to my sister's room and we watched it together. And I was, it was, I watched it, and every time it was the same thing. I'm like, I'm not going back to my room. And she's like, yeah, you are. Leave. I'm not going to. Then I jumped in bed and I'm so I try to watch scarier things because there are some movies that are so good and I want to see them, but and I want to be moderately scared. Yeah.
I remember I would watch it. Well, I would it'd be on reruns, and I'd be working on like Legos or something down in my parents' basement watching X-Files, and it creeped me out. And then I got into it when I was in college, and finished out like more than the last couple seasons, probably the last 4 or 5 seasons of the show.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Well, I'm gonna say 2 shows I'm watching as well. The Rookie.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's way better than it's possible to explain. It's great, and I every episode is epic. Love it. And then I am watching also All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. I haven't finished that. A zombie, Korean zombie movie. Well, I'm watching it with my daughter. We need to watch this. Okay, I say, and then we watch it. It's okay. It's really okay. Then you're up to speed. Then there are Swedish stuff that you don't care about, so I'm not going to tell you about them.
Like the singer shows.
The what?
The singer shows, the Masked Singer and all that. like the Swedish.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't there like a Swedish mass singer show?
Yeah,
that you guys watch? Yeah,
It was the first episode of the season this Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's that is the one time where we actually have the whole family, like we're all watching this together. And honestly, have you seen the costumes, the masks of the Swedish mask singers?
No.
Honestly, I mean, you guys are the best in everything. We're America.
Yeah.
We do everything
I
better
do
and
all right.
bigger. But the
Oh.
masked singer masks, we kick your ass. I mean, those costumes it's another league. So
Yeah.
okay, you have billions and guns and movies and Hollywoods and everything. We have the masks in Mask Singer. There you go. We have something.
Yeah.
You don't seem impressed.
I'd have to see it, I guess. Kevin says him and his wife just watched the movie Weapons, which was crazy, and then Ken Pop said Weapons was really intense. Yeah, Weapons was wild.
Wait a minute, is that about the kids?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I started watching it. Maybe I should finish it then.
that's
You should finish it.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'm gonna
pretty
finish
crazy.
it after the show. I'm not gonna go back to bed, so I can just.
Yeah,
in
it's,
the night.
I don't know if I
definitely
would
not gonna
finish
go to
it
bed after
now.
that. Yeah,
I don't know if I would
that
watch
and
it
then go to bed. That's for sure. So,
okay.
Well, Emil, it was awesome having you. I appreciate you staying up late for us. Appreciate all the work that you've done on the RPG campaign. It looks fantastic. They couldn't have brought in anybody more talented and awesome and sweet and beautiful.
You're awesome.
So
thank you for being so kind.
Anything else you want to leave the people with as we go into this last week of the campaign?
I'm gonna be a promoter. Back to
Very nice.
Kickstarter.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, we're going to put you backstage. If you've got to run, we totally understand. If not, hang out and we will be back with you in just a minute.
See everyone.
Yep. There you go. Another show in the books, Jesse.
Yes, sir. Next week, are we going to do a show next Sunday after the marathon?
Good
Are you
question.
up for that?
I know I'm not going to do customizing studio next week on
Okay.
Sunday because I'm going to be sleeping. But I think by time Shooting the Shelf comes, I would be okay with doing a show if you want to. We could do kind of a post Kickstarter celebration, or if we want to take a week off, I'm okay with that too. So
okay, we'll keep
Up
you
to you.
posted, folks. There will be something on this channel at the normal time next week, whether it's a Shooting the Shelf or whatever this is. There will be something here. But wanted to remind everybody, back the Kickstarter. But remember, CarverCon community project. You got your three rolls. Roll a 10-sided die and roll one of these 10 factions. Roll a 10-sided die and roll one of these species. Roll a 20 and pick your profession. All of this can be found on the CarverCon Facebook and Instagram pages. And they will have those on display at a designated table at CarverCon coming up this July. So go ahead and do that if you're going to come. I can't remember, did he say about people just posting stuff online as well if they can't make it to the show, or is it supposed to be saved for the show? I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, he was in the chat, so he could let us know if he's still here. I'm not sure if he is or not.
Brian, if you're still here, go ahead and do that. And Kevin commented, Emil, again, congrats, happy for you and Curtis. Curtis, you're awesome, and Jesse looks so chill. Thank you.
Yeah,
See you guys.
Chill. Very chill. Yes.
Oh,
We will
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
this more next week after the Mythic role-playing game Kickstarter is done, and we can focus on the next Kickstarter. We will talk about it. So,
all right. There's a hashtag in the post.
We should probably
And
get
he's,
Brian on sometime over the next week or so, week or two.
Because we need to have this happen again.
We've been fingered on Shooting the Shelf before. That's true. Brian did finger us.
Yeah, you specifically you. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here, whether you're watching it live with us. Thank you so much for the super chats and for being part of this. Lauren Moore is back. It dropped for channel members Friday night?
Cool.
I don't know. At some point, it should go live for everybody tomorrow morning, along with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the rest of the episodes of our Legion's Quest playtest of the... And again, want to specify, it is an early... Prototype's not the word, but like a preliminary version of the rules. So what you're seeing us play with is not the full version of the game that is where they're at now.
Correct.
Yeah. It's some of the faction stuff, some of the species, and some of the profession stuff, but it is not the campaign, like the story and the setting and everything is all from Joe. It's not part of any of the stuff in the campaign. So go into that with a little bit of understanding that, you know, and that's part of the play test to figure out what things worked, what didn't.
Jay is saying post with the hashtag CarverConCP, but CarverCon is with a K, so I don't know that this is correct. But yeah,
and Terrence is doing stuff with the hashtag, so yeah, cool.
Okay, well, maybe that's the right hashtag, and it's just for the wrong con. Maybe it's for a different con that is a C for con instead of K. I don't know.
Maybe it was just a typo.
It could be. We really don't know. That's what happens when you spell your con with a K. So
yes,
we really just don't know.
And I'd pull up the page to find out for sure, but my computer will freak out.
That's true. Once again, mail call this upcoming Friday, chance of the legendary warrior. If you're interested, just got to be a member of the channel. I will continue to work with the factory on my brushes. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know something on that. And I also will be having a figure sale coming up soon, kind of in the style of the mystery boxes that Dorklair was doing, but I'm going to be doing a mystery wheel. So I have 70 unique Legions sets or figures, whatever, because some of them are 2-packs, some of them are singular. There's a bod bar, there's an OG Atlas, an OG Gideon. There's there's a lot of good stuff in there. $60 each shipped. I will have one wheel with names, one wheel with prizes. I'll spin the names, spin the prizes, and go from there. So I will not be posting that till after the shut up, Curtis. I will be posting that till after the Kickstarter is done. But once the Kickstarter is done, I will be posting that in the Cabal, probably the Dorklair group, and PGG. You just pay for a spot, $60 shipped, and then we go from there. So,
all right.
And yeah, we got the official with a K, Carver Con CP. So there you go. All righty. I think that's it.
Well,
Jesse.
That's a show, folks. Thank you all for being here.
I'll see you.
I'm Jesse
on a marathon next week.
That's Curtis. We'll be back next week. Special time Saturday morning at 7 a.m. right here on Shooting the Shelf. We'll be shooting some stuff about the role-playing game, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll be with the Legions Lounge guys, or I'll be back with the Legions Lounge guys at the end of the night. And I'll I don't know. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. I'll come where invited. But until next time, folks.
What's on your shelf?
What's on? No!